Okay, let's do it.
Um, Statement about Chelsea Manning being remanding into custody. So today, Chelsea Manning was remanded into federal custody again for refusing to testify before a federal grand jury. In addition to being held in confinement for the duration of the grand jury investigation or until she purges her contempt and testifies, the district court judge Anthony Tungia, I might be mispronouncing, ordered Chelsea Manning to be fined $500 every day she's in custody after 30 days and $1,000 if she stays in custody for after 60. While conversing financial penalties are common asserts against corporate witnesses, which cannot be jailed for contempt, it's far more less than usual to see them against human witnesses. In a sealed hearing, Judge Anthony Tunkia heard arrangement that this is the post-indictment subpoena should be squashed as impartial effort to compel Chelsea to participate in a trial preparation which is beyond the scope of the grand jury's investigation function. Judge Taranga also heard arguments on whether Chelsea was subject to unlawful electronic surveillance, ultimately declining either to determine or demand from the government further assurances on the matter, nor to squash the subpoena. Prior to being held in contempt, Miss Manning was heard in open court on her objection to the grand jury as a secret process that runs counter to her values. Today's hearing took place exactly 1 week after her release, following 63 days of confinement, 28 of which was spent in solitary confinement conditions for refusal to testify before a grand separate jury, who sought answers to identify questions that were asked of her today. The motion of transcripts may be partially unsealed following review and redaction by the parties in the court. So, this article is really close. Really careful not to mention what she's been indicted for. And
Yeah.
they go into great detail about her being indicted, but they don't talk about why, which I find really weird, considering they're supposedly, a free project sort of thing. Okay, sure. But anyway, the fact is that she's been indicted because she won't testify against Julian Assange. Yet another reason
Oh, is that what
why.
it is?
Another
Oh,
reason why, we're censored. But yeah, she won't testify against Julian Assange and perjure him, herself, whatever it may be. So she's like, yeah, I'm not testifying against him. Look, I don't like Chelsea Manning's opinions. I don't like her opinions on politics, but I will give her full credit for sticking up for her values.
yeah.
She's
Maybe I should just take this opportunity to mention that Tulsi Gabbard is on record stating that if she becomes the next president, she's going to pardon those two,
mm,
Julian and Chelsea.
yeah. Well, what Chelsea Gabbard says and what Chelsea Gabbard does might be different. So, um, yeah. But what I was going to say was, but at the end of the day, yeah. Look, the fact is that, and look, I do think Trump will pardon Julian Assange. I do. I've said this before. But what I was going to say was, I think at the end of the day that I don't like Chelsea's opinion. I don't like her policies. I think she's far left, but full credit to her. She's stuck by her morals, which is what a lot of people on the left won't do. Yeah, good on her, I suppose.
Yeah, she's sticking to her guns, and that's
Yeah,
really good. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah. I would like it if Trump would just hurry up and say that he would pardon them.
Well,
He's
he
so
can't do
quiet
it.
on this matter.
He can't do it at the moment because Julian is in UK prison for the next 40 odd weeks.
Well, that's true. I don't know if I commented on one of your videos earlier in the week.
Mm.
Maybe no, I sent this on an email to someone else. One of the reasons I think that maybe Julian is still in the UK at this point,
Mm.
and they're not, honoring the agreement to, the extradition agreement, is they're afraid that Trump will pardon pardon him.
Well, okay, so I have a theory about
Yeah.
what's going to happen, right? Is I reckon the UK is holding him contempt of court, and they're doing that because the deep state wants more time to go through and to basically build the evidence against
Had,
against Assange and WikiLeaks and that sort of stuff, right? And what
they've
the
had a
plan?
decade to do that.
Well, not really. They've had a decade to go against him for being exposing secrets. See, this is the thing. Julian Assange isn't actually being tried for leaking documents. Julian Assange has been tried because he computer hacked, supposedly.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've
So,
been saying that he hacked something, but
yeah.
that's not true.
Well, so no, they never actually did it. So, according to the deep state, and this is where Chelsea Manning comes involved. Chelsea Manning supposedly tried to access, according to the deep state. Let's keep saying that preference. But according to the deep state, she tried to access records under someone else's login and password. She didn't have access for. Now, according to the deep state, she couldn't crack the password. She sent a hash code of it to Julian Assange, who supposedly then tried to crack it himself. But he never actually managed to crack it either. So, at the very most, you have a failed attempt to hack a computer system. But this is where they're going after Chelsea Manning, because they want Chelsea Manning to go through and to testify against Julian Assange for the password. They want her to admit that she sent the password to Julian Assange so they could go after him for that. Now, she's not playing ball. She's telling him to go suck a lemon, which is infuriating them, because at the end of the day, they need her testimony to make a slam dunk case against Julian. Without her testimony, it is only assumptions, hearsay, whatever it may be. So what they're doing at the moment, in my theory, is they're going through and they're stalling. The UK is stalling, holding him in court for 50 weeks so that the US can build up this court case and flip Chelsea Manning. And at the end of the day, once they flip her, they get her testimony, the US then takes Assange and then tries him over in the US. But here's the thing. If Chelsea Manning doesn't flip in those 50 weeks, they have no case.
Yeah, do you think they might use, as the Americans like to call it, enhanced interrogation to get Chelsea to flip?
No, I don't think they can because she's trans.
What? No, you know what I'm talking about. Enhanced interrogation.
You mean like waterboarding and stuff like that?
Yeah, or, the stuff that we seen in 24 when they inject that thing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Well, we don't know if that stuff is true or not. But like, can you imagine if they tried to? If you imagine they tried to waterboard a trans person?
Yeah, well, that thing, by the way, in 24 that they can inject and it feels like fire and stuff, that's real. That drug thing that actually does exist.
Yeah.
It lasts for something like, I think it's 10 seconds per injection, and it just sets you on fire on the inside.
Yeah. But can you imagine if they did that to a trans person?
I don't know. I don't know if they care.
The media
this is bigger than
the media would have an uproar. The far left would have an uproar. Dude, she's the perfect victim. She's trans.
Yeah, but would they find out, or would the mainstream media actually?
I imagine if she starts getting shipped to Guantanamo Bay, people are going to notice.
Okay, that's fine, but would the mainstream media actually care?
To virtual signal over a trans person being treated like crap, and B, to take a shot at Trump? Yeah, I think they would.
Well, okay. You know what? You make a convincing case. So, if Chelsea doesn't flip, they probably won't use enhanced interrogation. No. So they're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why they're trying to go after her financially. Now they're trying to supposedly charge her $500 a day, is it? $500 every day
Wow.
that she's in custody, and after 30 days, it goes up to $1,000 a day.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's what they can't
brilliant.
torture her because she's trans. Like, holy shit, the uproar would be a huge, and then so they can only go after her financially, which is $500 a day and $1,000 every day after 30 days.
Man, that's gonna build up to a lot of money.
Yeah,
But
she'll
I don't
have to
know.
go
I mean,
bankrupt.
yeah, bankruptcy might be in the way, or I don't know, crowdfunding is a thing, I suppose.
Oh, I don't even know if she actually has any money or anything like that. Like, yeah. So, yeah. As far as I know, I don't think she's that wealthy, actually. So, you can't get blood out of a stone. And you got to remember, she hates the Trump administration. So that's also fueling her as well at the moment. It's the case of, I'm not going to let these bastards win.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea might want to consider that Trump is probably going to pardon. I mean, it's kind of hard. Maybe Trump won't pardon Chelsea if she hates him.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe that's a silly thing to do.
I think he should. I think he should. Look, sorry. Like I said, I don't like her politics, and I don't like her political point of views, right? But at the end of the day, full credit to her. She's got balls, quite literally and figuratively.
Oof.
Yeah, we've already been censored. I'm already fucking giving two shits because I'm censored to the fucking hilt. But anyway, but at the end of the day, like I say, yeah, like she's got guts. Full chances. Full credit to Chelsea, and her and I have engaged a couple of times on Twitter. And look, her and I don't see eye to eye. But you also got to remember too, she turned up to that Republican party, the Republican dinner that night.
Huh? What? Chelsea Manning can go on Twitter
Yeah, she's on Twitter, yeah.
right now? Even like I thought she was in jail.
No, not obviously now, but I said I've engaged with her in the past.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyway. Apart from that, look, guys, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Chelsea Manning? Credit where credit is due, or do you think this is just nuts? Do you think they'll flip her? Do you think I'm right regarding trying to flip her to get evidence against Assange? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.